Hey everybody, it's Christy. I bought some more seeds, so I thought I would share that with you today. I'm also going to show you a rice knife that I got after I saw the gentleman on 1870s Homestead using it. It's a rice knife, and you take it and you can cut where you can't use a weed eater. I don't feel comfortable using weed eaters like around my cantaloupe plants. I don't know if you call them plants, vines out there, my pumpkin vines, and some of the other things that where the grasses got really long, you can almost not see some of it. So I'll show that to you today. Also, I filmed an Aerogarden update, but it was a 3-week Aerogarden update, and that was a few weeks ago. So I didn't put it on any of my videos, so I'm going to put that right after I show you my seeds. I got these at Baker Creek, and I love the bag. Very nice. So they send you 2 free seeds. They should, I think after like $35 you get a second pack of free seeds. So I got some Thorburns Terracotta free seeds. They're a tomato. It looks like they're maybe not very meaty. I'm a meaty tomato gal, but I will definitely grow them and try them, and they might be really good in like canning diced tomatoes or something. And this is supposed to be a very hot pepper, datil, I don't know, D-A-T-I-L. I don't know what I would use that in. I don't do hot peppers very much, and those are supposed to be really hot. These I'm going to plant in September. These are frost tolerant plants that I got. I got a May Queen lettuce, which I will get into a full head of lettuce. I got a Bulgarian giant leek, never grown leeks. I'm not sure if I've ate leeks. I might have when I had Home Chef come into the door. And lemon balm. And the reason I got lemon balm is because the lady from A Good Life Farm said I think she said, I don't want to ever say somebody said something and then they're like, no, I didn't. So maybe it was somebody else, but I think it was her. She said that repels flies. So I would grow that. I'm going to just try some in the fall, but I would consider growing that like on my front porch, because every time we open our front door, flies fly in, and I don't think flies like lavender or lemon balm. So if I can do my whole porch in lavender and lemon balm next year, I'm probably going to do it. I got this sheep nose pimento pepper. I've never even seen these. So anything, if you say pimento, I'm going to buy it because I love pimento cheese. I'm sure this isn't like pimento cheese, but maybe this is the pepper they use it. I don't know. But anyway, I got it. I got a classic beefsteak, and I love beefsteak tomatoes. My favorite tomato is Brandywine, so I think that is like a beefsteak variety, but I didn't get any. I thought I did, but I didn't, so I'll order some next year. Ground cherry, never tried it, but everybody has them, and they look so interesting, and they look like they taste pretty good, so I'm going to try that next year. I got another kind of lemon balm, lemon jello. That one's not frost tolerant. I got a big rainbow because I have the big rainbow growing out there right now, and it's giving me huge tomatoes. They're all still green. I've had a few of the smaller ones that turned where I could take them off and eat, and they're delicious. So I got some more of those seeds. And I've tried to save seeds twice now, and my husband throws it away, but he's trying to help me clean. So I'm not going to complain too much, but I'm like, I wrote on the plate and everything, because I had them on a paper plate, and I wrote, it was a big rainbow tomato. But, you know, he's trying to help, so I don't complain. Ladies, if your husband's trying to help, don't complain. Because my husband will he doesn't know there's small spoons and big spoons. He does not know there's big forks and little forks. And he does not know that there's big knives you put some places and little knives you put some places. He doesn't know. But he helps me. He unloads a dishwasher. And I know about where stuff is, so I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to be grateful. But I don't know why I don't know, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Market More 76 cucumbers. Boston pickling cucumbers. Early Fortune cucumbers. And Parisian pickling cucumbers. As you know, if you've watched my channel at all, I've had a horrible year for cucumbers. I did stop at a farm stand, and the guy there told me that everybody around here has not been able to grow cucumbers this year, so he sells them real fast. He only had a little teeny box. I was the first customer of the day. I bought them, and you know, I am not going to have enough to make pickles this year. That was my goal. I wanted to make pickles because I love pickles. I eat a ton of pickles, but that's just not going to happen this year. So get over your dream. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I'll buy pickles. I just love pickles. So I'm going to show you that Aerogarden video, the 3-week anniversary Aerogarden video, show you what it did. This is a lettuce grouping that I got on Amazon, 6 pods. And it's even bigger now, but I've ate on it and ate on it and ate on it, so it's not uniform. And this is, I ate off it a couple of times then, but it wasn't as bad as it is now because I got it cut back pretty far where I've been cutting it. So anyway, I'll show you that video, and then I'll come back and show you the rice knife. Hey guys, it's been 3 weeks to the day since I got my Aerogarden, so I wanted to give you a progress update. This is all the lettuce. I got the lettuce kit. It was $15 something. So I've been eating this already, and this is still, I've ate off of it twice, and this is how much lettuce I still have. I would recommend this, but I've said it before, I would go ahead and get the generic next time because it gives you 12 pods for $70. But there are other ones that's more priced higher, more priced lower. You can read the reviews and see which one will work for you. Basically, this is just like a food grade plastic, but with an aerator inside. So I really don't think you can mess it up. The first Aerogarden I got the aerator was not working, so I did make sure whatever you order has free returns if you order on Amazon. And so they sent out a new one, and I returned the old one, so it was very easy. But I was disappointed because I believe it was a return. Because they come with a herb pod kit, and I didn't even get that in there, and I think it was a return that I received. And on another note, I just wanted to show you what it looks like in the morning when we have the blinds closed because the sun's coming up, and you get to see the hummingbirds on the blind, which the cats do have attacked this blind on multiple occasions, but I just think that's so neat. We're gonna lose our hummingbirds in about a month, and they're gonna start really slowing up in about 2 weeks. I keep a record of hummingbird, when they get here, when they start thinning out, and when the last hummingbird and the first hummingbird of every year. So it's really fun to keep track of that, and then I think that, if that's something you would want to do, it's very fun to do that. All right, these are my rice knives, but they call them a weeding sickle in the description. Here's a smaller one. I got both of these for $14.93 total. That's total off of Amazon from a small company. I can put the link down in the description. Anyway, so I'm out here beside of the pumpkin, and I'm going to try it, and then I'll and let you watch while I try it. All right, here is my pumpkin. The seed was from 2016. I don't know if I'll get pumpkins, but I do have one growing right here. The flower's not open yet, but anyway, I wanted to try. That's pretty interesting. Now the one he had, he just would pull up and I think that works better instead of sawing it. I know you probably can't see where I'm at, but so let me try the little one too. Yeah. So I think this is, I like it. because I just been pulling it by hand, and this have a way nicer look to it, and I don't have to have, like, you know, sometimes I would pull the good dirt that's around the plant out too. So yeah, I would recommend it if you have a similar situation. This pumpkin plant does not look as good as the other one. So I'm going to take these not so good looking things off. I don't know, you know, what the difference is. They're planted close to each other. Hope that's showing up. I don't know if his was serrated, but I don't know if that's better or not. But it had good reviews, so that's kind of what made my mind up. Plus, a small company, but it still had free shipping. And I'm pretty sure it's made in China or something because of that. So I'm pretty much using this one. Let me try this one again. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's making it look pretty good around the plants where I don't have to weed eat. But I am having to sometimes cut it like a steak. Sometimes it'll just come off, but I guess that's because of the serrated edge. So I'll link it. I'm sure there's better ones and stuff, but I didn't have the money to spend on a $30 on something that, because I don't want to weed eat around this. Okay guys, I know that's not a very long video, so I'm going to finish the story of the dog that I started a few weeks ago. In case you weren't here, we had, my husband sits out here every Saturday night and listens to music and enjoys the farm, because every other day of the week he has to go to work in the middle, not the middle of the night, it's early morning, and so he does that. That's the only night he can do that. So he was sitting out here and a dog just walks past our porch and wasn't looking at my husband, just moseying along. And my husband said something to him, so he came up, and my husband came and got me, and we looked at him and pet him. I said, absolutely not. We're not going to feed him because he's, I want him to go home. And I had hound dogs, and he's a hound dog, and I've had bloodhounds in the past, and so I know they go all over, and they end up coming home, because sometimes they would go for like days, and then they would come back home. So the next morning we got up and he wasn't here, so we were like, okay, he went home. Well, then I'm outside working all that morning and come back in the house, and my husband goes outside and says that dog is under our old truck. And so he was in the shade under the old truck. And this is one of the hottest days of the summer. And it was so hot, so we took him some water, and he stayed there all day. And I came out towards the later afternoon to water them things, and I heard him just over there crying. And so I went over, and he was being like eaten by the bugs. He actually like being eaten by the bugs. So I got him up and I made him come with me, and I took food out, and he followed me. And so that's what we did. And I bring him in the house, and we fed him. He slept for like 24 hours. Didn't use a bathroom or anything. He just slept for 24 hours after we got him in the house. And finally had to make him go out. And for like the first 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, which I tried very hard to find his home, because he was so sad. And his nails were clipped, even though I know that if they run their nails, you don't have to cut them, because I never had to cut my bloodhound's nails. But the inner nail that curls around was even cut. So that's why I thought he belonged to somebody. But I did find a lady who said she would take him. So I said, let's give it a week. I'll see it, because I put it on Facebook and everywhere to see if anybody claims him. Well, I was going to get back with her on Saturday. Well, Friday, he was so happy and hugging on Shane. Him and Shane had like some bond or something. And I thought, I cannot take this super sad dog that used to come out here and just howl looking at the road. I don't know if he was dropped off or what. And he was so, I put on Facebook, I said, this is the saddest dog I ever saw, if anybody knows who his family is. Well, he finally was coming out of it, and I thought, I can't give him and take him where he's just coming out of it, and then, let her come and get him, and he would go to another place. So, I don't know why this is on cinematic or something, because I see squares around my face. And then this might be blurry. I don't know. I've never done that before. Anyway, so he's here. We kept him, and it's been about 4 weeks now. We have to get him fixed. I did worm him and flea tick. I got him flea tick stuff that repels like flies and stuff too. So, like, I think the reason he didn't want to go out, I think, is because he was so afraid of getting eaten by bugs, and also maybe thought we wouldn't let him back in. But I had to make him come out every day. I had to put a strap around his chest because he wouldn't come by the collar. We got him a collar. He wouldn't come by the collar. I'd have to strap him around the chest to hold him up because he would lay down and not want to go outside. So now he goes outside whenever he wants. He doesn't go after our cats. He's a very good dog. He sleeps about 23 hours a day. And he lives on the couch, which our couch is ruined from the cats. We have to buy a new couch eventually, but until they quit sharpening our claws on it, we're trying to stop that. But I don't see the point in buying another couch. But he lives on the couch, and unless my shark robot sweeper is sweeping, then he goes wherever that sweeper is not, because he's scared of the sweeper. But he's a very good dog. He's very smart. He have accidents. He doesn't pee on my plants, which that was like a huge thing. If he pees on my plants, he's gone. And he doesn't. He goes out of the yard to do everything. I've never seen any mess in the yard that we had to pick up. And he'll go out at night, and he'll go for a few hours, and then he comes home and lets us know, and we just let him in. So it's okay. I mean, I'd rather not have a dog because it's a lot of hair. I have to run that sweeper twice a day now. If you don't have a robot sweeper and you're like overwhelmed with life, invest in a robot sweeper. Because if I had to sweep that room, it goes the whole kitchen and the living room area and the little bath. It does all that. It sweeps for 2 hours. I mean, who of us is going to go sweep for 2 hours? So it gets everything. And I got the shark that has the roller where hair can't get tangled around it. I told my husband, I said, if this blowed up tomorrow and they cost, more money than what I paid last time, if I would buy it, I don't care, because I cannot live without it now. I used to sweep and sweep and sweep, and then you'd go out in the afternoon and the sun would be coming in on your floor, and it'd be like, you'd see all the dust and stuff. So it's amazing. If you can invest in one of those, give yourself a break. You'll never go back ever. I mean, I do have a sweeper that I use. Sometimes the corners don't get perfect and stuff. Usually I just take a wet cloth on those. But like some places you don't, you just want a little hurry up handheld or a sweeper. Sometimes on the rugs you need to sweep the rugs. But anyway, that's too much talk about the sweeper. But I could go on and on about the sweeper. It's wonderful. Anyway, I give this, I'm glad I got it. I would like to try a smooth edge where I sometimes have to saw. I like one that's so sharp. The guy on the 1870s Homestead said he sometimes cuts himself with it because it's so sharp. But I will keep it, and it will work for this year, and then maybe later I will invest in something else or try. I always look This did not have free returns because it was a small business. But if I'm buying from Amazon, I always make sure it has free returns because, you know, you'll try things you never would try if you knew you couldn't send it back free. Hi, Gracie. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I hope you have a good week. Next week, I'll show you my garden tour and show you what's going on with my worm composter from last week. I have worms, people. It's great. So we'll look at all that next week. I appreciate you so much. Bye.